Hi everyone, it's me Amanda again, and I am back with kind of like a story time video because I have talked about this a lot on the channel so far. Like, I feel like I've mentioned it like at least 3 or 4 times, and I keep saying that I'm probably going to make a video about it, and so today is the day. I just wanted to say what shirt I'm wearing because it is a small shop, and it is Piglet, and it says, "Believe in yourself. You're stronger than you think." And I just did a video with this on one of my hauls, so check out the last video I posted with my summer haul to check it out. I'm also going to just go ahead and leave it saved to the business card, and I will link them down below, but and also I'll link the video and I'll try and put it up here if I can remember. Fingers crossed. But just love this shirt, and it's gonna give me a little bit of kind of like courage, I guess, because like this story, guys, like I sometimes feel like a dum-dum, but like I was little and things happen. Alright. So if you haven't figured it out already, this is the reason why I do not love Alice in Wonderland. It has to do with a park experience that I had. I have some little things that we have found in our house that kind of, sparked me. It was another reason why I was able to do this video. So I want to say I was like 9 or 10, and my parents and we went to Disney for my birthday, and it was like we did like a couple days in the park. We stayed at the hotel. Like, that was the birthday present for the year, was going to Disneyland for a couple of days, and it was when it wasn't as expensive as it is today. But back in the day, I know it's not done as much now, but I think it's because of cell phones and pictures, and you can record the moment. But back in the day, I was all about these little autograph books. They were 100% my thing. So, for those of you that don't remember these, you used to buy them. I have tons of them. I just happen to find this one. Yeah. So, for those of you that don't know, you used to go up to the characters and you'd have some really special pin, and they would sign your book. Love Pooh. Tom Sawyer. And it was fun. So you got to meet them. And they have really cool signatures, and I think that's a lot of fun. This one, I couldn't find some of the other ones that I had that were filled out. But it was really fun. I would save my little books each time because yay. Because I'd get them filled up. So like I said, I used to love meeting the characters and getting signatures and filling my books up, and it was really fun and exciting. So one day, let me pause and kind of restart because I feel like I'm kind of jumping around. Alright, so beginning of the story. So basically, when you go for your birthday, you can get these birthday pins, and it says happy birthday. This is an example of one. This wasn't the actual one because my mom actually still has the one from this story. I don't know where it is, and I don't really feel like asking because it kind of brings some horrific stuff. But this was from 2007, so it was another birthday that I went. But basically, you can wear these birthday pins, and when I was little, and you can still do this, I believe. Obviously when the parks are open. But my mom would go in and would tell the store people that it was my birthday, and they would call the special line, and they'd be like, "Oh, Amanda, you have a phone call," and it would be Goofy on the other line wishing you a happy birthday. It was really cool. It was, magical. I was 9 or 10. I mean, I would still love it today as an adult, don't get me wrong, but it was just extra magical when I was little, because I would So basically, we were there for a couple days, and I wore the button every day because it was our birth. It was the birthday celebration for the couple of days. Bear with me, guys, this bears an important role later in the story. So I was wearing this birthday button because we were celebrating my birthday for these couple of days. So we were walking around and having a great time, doing the rides, doing all the stuff, and I saw some of the characters that I had never seen before, and I was really, really excited. It was Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter, Tweedledee, and Tweedledum, and I had never seen them out before, so I was like super stoked and like had to go get their signatures because I didn't have them. And it would be fun to have all these different characters because Alice in Wonderland had never been my favorite, but now it's definitely, don't watch it like ever because of this experience. So I went up and I got Alice's signature, and I was getting the Mad Hatter's signature, and he noticed my birthday pin, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, happy birthday!" And 9 or 10-year-old self, very honest. I still am very honest, but I was like, "Oh, it's not my birthday today. It was, it was either coming up in the next couple days, or it had happened." So I was like, "Oh, it's not actually my birthday today, but thank you," right? So this is the Mad Hatter. I should also mention that, like, as a kid, and even, like, I still do not love public attention, like, public anything. Like, I don't like to be noticed about stuff. Like, I don't like getting awards. I just kind of like being in the background, and I like doing things kind of in the background. I don't do things for attention. Like, it's really weird that I'm doing this YouTube thing, but it's more because I just want to build a community is why I'm doing this. But like, I don't do things for attention, and I get absolutely mortified during some little situations like with public displays of anything. I have gotten better, like, as an adult. When I was a kid, it was the worst experience of my life. The worst. So obviously Mad Hatter, not my birthday, he immediately starts singing A Very Merry Unbirthday. Like, it's his song. It makes sense that he would sing that. My dad is also like me, and so my dad kind of walked off. My mom is very much an extrovert and lives for these things, so she was loving it. So my dad kind of walks off and, is like outskirt. I try to flee because that is my instinct. I mean, obviously this would never happen now because there's rules and, there's different, like, there's regulations and rules and stuff, and like with the characters and the interactions. But back in the day, there wasn't as much. So Tweedledee and Tweedledum were like, "Oh, cute, she's running away." And they grab me, like, each one grabs one of my arms so that they can kind of like pull me up to the front next to the Mad Hatter, like, probably thinking that they're making this really fun experience for me. Meanwhile, like, there's a crowd of people waiting to meet them. I'm mortified. Like, I am literally dying inside because I cannot stand that, I like am being held in the front of this big crowd and they're singing Very Merry Birthday to me, and like, I'm the center of attention and I don't want that. Like, so I end up, long story short, the song's going, I'm dying. I end up like losing my holy bananas. Like, not a violent person, let me just put that out there, but I ended up like flight or fight kicked in a little bit. And I ended up like kicking the shins of Tweedledee and Tweedledum because I was like, let me go, I'm out. So I'm kicking their shins. Eventually they release me. I run off and I haul butt to where my dad is, and I'm like, oh my, like, I'm like, get me out of here. I can't, like, I can't be around them. My mom, meanwhile, is still back with the Mad Hatter, singing the song with him, and this is why this is like going for, she loves it. But he then presented her with a tea bag that he had, and we still have this tea bag, guys. Like, my mom has the pin that I was wearing, and the little tea bag the Mad Hatter gave her is attached to the pin. Like, it's attached to the button on, like, the pin thing on the back, because she just loves this. She loved it, and she thought it was so funny, even though I clearly am traumatized by this. I mean, now that I'm an adult, like, it kind of seems dumb, but, like, when I was a kid, I was not having it. So basically, he gave her this tea bag and was like, oops, sorry. My mom's like, I don't know what's wrong with her. Like, you know, because she was living her best life. Like, my mom loves when people know it's her birthday and, you know, all that big fanfare stuff. But, yeah, no. I was not living for that moment. Like I said, I ran away with my dad. So, like I said, still have the button, still have the, you know, tea bag. Yay. Alright, so now we're going to fast forward a little bit to later in the day. We are, like, part of, like, staying at the hotel and all this stuff is, like, you got this, like, dining with the characters experience. So, I think, like, you have times that you go in. I'm not exactly sure because, I mean, obviously I was younger, so I'm not 100% sure how all that worked. And my mom did a lot of the planning. So, we were dining with the characters. So that whole rest of that day, I was completely on edge. Like, I was ready. Like, I don't know. Like, every time a character walked up, I was like, who are you? What are you? Like, I was enjoying myself. Like, I had my autograph book out. Like, there was, like, Baloo, and, like, there was a bunch of, like, kind of the ones that you don't necessarily see at the park, but are still fun to see. And we were finishing up our meal, and I was, like, finally like, whew, we didn't see the Mad Hatter again. Thank goodness. So we, like, literally had just finished the meal. We were getting ready to leave, and literally the Mad Hatter walks in, and so I'm like, oh, poo. But, like, you know, like, I know that the characters change every once in a while. Like, they get breaks and stuff. It was the same one. And because my mom was, like, so into it, he literally was like, oh my gosh, Amanda, it's your birthday still. And I was, like, dying. Like, I saw him and I, like, literally was like, oh god, oh god. So, yeah. So basically, I ended up running to the girls' bathroom because that was the one place that I knew that I would be 100% safe from said Mad Hatter, because he was a boy and he couldn't go in the girls' bathroom. And I refused to leave the bathroom until my parents, well, not just my mom, like my dad was outside, and he had to guarantee that there was a safe way to the exit without running into said Mad Hatter again. So, I know it sounds really stupid, but ever since then, I'm not the biggest fan of Alice in Wonderland. I have not watched the movie since then. I haven't watched the new remakes and the people versions. Just don't watch them. Don't have really a desire to watch them because, yeah. I mean, I was pretty traumatized as a child. I mean, I still, like, I love going on the teacup ride because I love the ride and I love spinning rides. But they still play the unbirthday song, and every time I hear it, like, I have to, like, think of something else and sing something else in my head because I just don't like the song anymore. Because I remember being held down by Tweedledee and Tweedledum and trying to escape and being the center of attention, and I hated it. So that is kind of the big, you know, that's the story of, you know, why I did not like Alice in Wonderland and why it's not my favorite. And why I slightly, don't like anything to do with it. I mean, with the exception of, like I said, the 2 rides at Disneyland I do like, but that's just because I love rides. But, yeah. So that's the story that I've talked about. I've alluded to. Let me know if you have any stories like that with, like, character experiences or, like, different stuff like that. Like, there was another time that I was kind of slightly traumatized at Disneyland. Also kind of stupid, but I will do a separate video on that because it's also kind of like a long, weird story. But yeah, so let me know if you guys have ever been traumatized at Disneyland. Don't get me wrong, most of my experiences are very, very magical, and obviously I still go back to the park, I still do all the rides, I still, I don't necessarily meet the characters anymore just because I don't want to wait in line for it, because I typically will just go for one day and I want to ride all the rides, or as many rides as I can, so I'd much rather wait in a line for a ride than to meet a character. But yeah, I don't know, so let me know below, like I said, if you've ever been traumatized at Disneyland by any sort of thing. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. This is, if you're new, this is like a one-off. I normally do very happy magic stuff and planning and organizing and all that stuff, so it's not normally story time with a band. But if you go back and watch some of my past videos, you will definitely hear references to why I do not like Alice in Wonderland, and I wanted to just do the, the full story in story time. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to see videos. I have come up with a schedule. I'm going to post Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so 3 times a week. So make sure you subscribe so you can see all the fun videos that I have coming out. And we will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.